Hey everybody, it's me, Shepalina Shonda, coming to you today with my Empire review. I believe this is the what was it like? I guess the 13th episode. I don't even know the name of it or whatever. So let's just get right into it. We start off with at Camilla's wake, funeral, whatever you want to call it. I ain't seen nobody. I don't believe she did. They could say that all they want to, but okay. I like how they had all those billboards of Camilla around, just showing off Naomi and all her beautifulness. Also, they said that Rhonda is now taking the role and the responsibilities of Camilla or whatever. Is it me or does Rhonda like still get on your nerves? She's just always so, I don't know, because I feel like Andre was like more vindictive and evil towards his family or his brothers, mostly because of her. Like, she's like, I'm going to get back at the way Lucius treats me, or, because Lucius always treats her like a second thought or whatever. By controlling Andre, and they used to do their little dastardly deeds together, whatever. But I still don't like her, and I'm not glad that she lost her baby, and I don't think that Anika did it, but because it's too obvious. But Andre is still having his come to Jesus moments where he's like, God is coming to me and telling me that somebody else did this or whatever, and I definitely think that it was a man. I definitely think that it was it's gonna be somebody that we're not going to expect on some, just jump out of nowhere, just on some whatever. But I'm not sure about that Anika stuff. But anyway, Lou tries to blame Hakeem for killing Camilla, and of course Hakeem is all upset. I didn't kill her. He's like, well, you the one put out the little sex tape, Ray J. You the one who seen that in the video. True. So now it's on you what she did or whatever, knowing full well he was in there with the gun, and if you don't drink the potion, I'm going to make you drink the potion, and the potion is going to get drank whether you drink the potion or not. So they in there bickering and going through it. Jamal got his problems, Andre got his problems, Lucius got his problems, and little boy Hakeem got his problems. Cookie's like, do y'all know what Sunday is? It's my anniversary. So they was like, yeah, we know it's your birthday or whatever, what have you. She said, listen, I want a nice family dinner, just us sitting around reminiscing, talking, and being nice. Can we play nice for my birthday? They all like, wow. So she's like, yeah, whatever. Have your ass. So, Cookie's concerned with Andre because, he still just seems disheveled and not all there or whatever, because he did just lose his baby, and he's been on the verge for a minute, and he's saying he's taking his medicines, but I don't believe he is. And he's going to the pastor and he's talking to the pastor about just things that's going on with him or whatever. And like Rhonda had told the pastor, well, if you care about him so much, I'm gonna need you to get his tell him to get his ass down to the doctor so he can get that med rotation, so he can stop hallucinating, thinking that I'm down to the job cheating on him. So that was that. So Cookie and Lucius, they go down to South Philly where Lou grew up or whatever. And, he's just outside the house or whatever. And, Cookie is learning slowly but surely that it was so much more to him as a child, and to his just his mother and stuff like that. And her finding out about him not even being named Lucius Lyon, that's something that he came up with. And Dwight Walker is his original name or whatever. And, she's trying to make him face his demons, trying to just talk about his past. Like, even though it might be hurtful or whatever, it can still be marketable. And, it's just something that he needs to get out, because even though people don't seem to think it, or Lucius doesn't seem to think it, Lucius has a screw loose. Like, he's crazy. He has mental illness, too. The way he is very vindictive and he's dog eat dog. Yeah, it stems from how he had to just be an adult and get himself together so fast with his mom killing herself the way she did, and the way she struggled with her mental illness and never really got any help for it or whatever. And it all seeped onto him, which is seeped into Andre because it's hereditary or whatever. But Andre has it, I don't know, it's like you feel more sorry for Andre the way he has it because it was, passed down from his grandmother to his father to him. But Lucius, you take your mental illness and you do bad with it. And you'll do bad with, like, to your blood children, like your wife, your ex-wife, and you do whatever you gotta do. And it's like, really? You don't see where you gotta screw loose? Oh, okay, you should be ashamed of that, bruh. Anyway, Tiana and little Chi Chi Rivera, they go through their stuff because she had to get her and the tamales together because they, in her way and all on her time. And she's like, listen, I'm not having it. I don't like them no way. You know I want to get back with you, King, but you ain't got your Lord. She girl, you flaunting all in my face. I know I was messing with them girls, but I was going to get right back. You ain't have to get me back like that. No. And Hakeem was like, I know what you saying or whatever, but you was a plaything to me. I really feel like you a friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't really look at you as like, love interest, whatever. So she got to deal with that, but she still said, get the tamales and Chi Chi Rivera off my set. Anyway, so she's still salty though that Hakeem don't see her like she still see him. Which is odd because you was dealing with a whole girl. Like, it's just too much. So Hakeem and Jamal go down to the hood to find Fantasia Loaf. I don't know who started calling her that. Was it Rox? Whatever. Shout out to you, Rox, if that was you, because I don't like to take nobody's. But Fantasia Loaf was right on the money. They go down there. They don't really find her right away. So, everybody gathering around because they know them. They know Hakeem. They know Jamal. So they like, is that Hakeem? Is that Hakeem? So, of course, the little boy said, listen, her rhymes ain't better than my rhymes. You looking for her for? I got a list. And his little rhyme was pretty good or whatever. And then, old goat throat had to get in there. Ooh, tell the truth. I can't. And I love Jesse and I love the character of Jamal. But I hate the shakiness of his voice. And then so Hakeem had to get in with his, wherefore art thou Romeo's, mama say, mama sa, mama kusa, cause I'm that dude. And they all was blending it together. So Fantasia will finally come out there like, what y'all doing down here? You know what I mean? I'm not turning on your daddy. You can say what you want, whatever. Yo, I'm on his team. He like a father to me. Y'all need to be more loyal, whatever. But wait a minute. Hold up. Did anybody see that Fantasia Loaf had on a Scully and a snapback all at the same damn time? What's that about? Because she is a girl, but she thinks she a boy, so you got on both of them. I'm confused. I'm confused. But did anybody peep that? You got on this and this at the same time. Get them and this. Okay. But, so she bounces on him like, no, I'm not doing that. Y'all could be in y'all feelings all y'all want to. He like a dad to me. And they was like, yeah, until he cross you, because he will cross you eventually. Because he crossed us, he will cross you. So she like, yeah, whatever. Just make sure y'all can get y'all asses out of here without getting that ass whooped. So, Cookie and Lil, they trying to find a girl who's going to play his mom in the video. And, of course, that's still a hard task for him because he feels like, he doesn't want to relive. Well, not that he feels like, but he doesn't want to relive some of the stuff that he went through with his mom or whatever. He wants to feel like he doesn't want to relive it. And it's understandable because his mom had problems and he went through a lot with her as a child. And he either like just tries to block it out or he gets stuck in the moment. So they go through it and they finally found a girl or whatever. He lets her do it because he's like, I can't do it. He just walked off. So, I think it was, Tiana was mad back when I said Tiana got Chi Chi Rivera and Somalis together. Hakeem wasn't there yet, but Becky was there with her. I'm sorry. Becky was there with her, and she told her, listen, you got to get Chi Chi and Tamales out of my, because I don't play them games. I want to wear me a one-piece suit like I'm about to go figure skating, and I need all this bling to be seen. I don't need them all in my set or whatever. So Becky said, okay, I'm going to let Boy Wonder know. So Becky goes to Hakeem, was like, listen, Tiana about to bounce because she don't like the way the Chi-Chi and the tamales is all up in her space, and low-key, she still got them feelings for you, and she feeling some kind of way that you going with little Chi-Chi, and you ain't paying her no mind. So he like, listen, and Jamal, it was Becky, Jamal, and Hakeem. So Jamal said, it ain't really good to be smashing the artist bull. He was like, well, what good is it being a mogul if you can't mogul through the moguls? Still young, still don't know. That's not what you do. That's not how you handle business. But I mean, he watches daddy do it. So even though he's despising and being spiteful to his daddy, he still has a lot of his daddy's ways. They all do. And he was like, but don't worry. I've been fixing stuff. I'ma fix it. So he was like, yeah, okay. Cookie talks to Portia like a piece of crap. I feel like I'm over that part. I need them to bond more. I need them to come more together. Because even Jamal gives, like, in the first season, it seemed like she had started blending right in with Hakeem and Jamal and them. But sometimes they still look at her like, oh, I'm better than her. Y'all not. Y'all are not better than her. Y'all not. You're not. Because we don't know what kind of home life she has. Because she keep talking about how her grandmom did this and my grandma made. She was like, who? Did you order cake, Portia? She was like, yeah. But I was talking about something about a peach cobbler. She was like, well, who eats pie for their birthday? She was like, my grandmother used to make a peach cobbler for all our birthdays, and it was good too. It seemed like Portia got a better family life and loving parents and grandparents more than y'all do. Let's keep it real. Cookie, your family, look at you and your sisters. They don't even talk about your mother and father. And Lucius' mom was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and they don't even talk about his father. And look how he treats his own children and his ex-wife of 17 years who did hard time for his ass, and she didn't even know his name was Dwight Walker. Anyway, I'm over that. She need to treat Portia a little bit better, and I'm going to need them to not have Portia always walking around like Miss Miss Sophia all hard on her feet. Cookie. No, come on. I'm tired of that. So anyway, hopefully that'll evolve. And Maul talks to Cookie about, her working with Lucius on his album or his video or whatever he's doing. She was like, well, Maul, that's my job. I have to do that kind of stuff. He was like, look like you getting a little bit too close to bull, but I'm watching you. You say it ain't, but I'm watching you. I know how I can be. She was like, man, you tripping. I ain't doing none of that. So, Hakeem keeps his word, and he goes to make peace with Tiana. He tells, they show him, like, talking to both of the girls. He like, Tiana, I'm going to fix it. She knew it's nothing wrong with her trying to do a little bit more. Like, she young, we just trying to put her out there a little bit more, and I don't think she really trying to step on your feet. Tiana's like, yeah, but I'm going to need the bitches to stop wearing my clothes, because who does that? Like, come on, they doing too much. They can't, they ain't me. Because when I was doing this, nobody gave me no preferential, when I was dating you. It was like I did what I did, and I did what I did because what I do it good or whatever. Even though I do be having my glitter onesie on every episode, bouncing around and shaking like a mamacita my damn self. So lo and behold, he gets it straight. My Chi-Chi Rivera wasn't tripping. She was like, okay, Hakeem, I was just trying to get the crowd warmed up for her. But if she feels like that's something that she don't want me to do, I won't do it. So but Tiana still feels some kind of way. But anyway, so on the set, Lucius is talking to Fantasia Lou, and he kind of basically tells her when she comes in there, like, oh, what's up, Lucius? What happened? Why is, what happened to the other thing you was going with or whatever? He was like, I'll switch the whole thing around, whatever. It's not going to be the same. So she was like, well, all right, then I guess I could just keep on what I got on then. He was like, well, no, I switched it all around. You're out. She was like, ain't this about to see your son's trying to tell me, but I'm all trying to be loyal to him. So myself, oh no, y'all can be or whatever. So now she see that that's how he is. So she's like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, well, we could go and talk about it over. I'm out. So she leaves or whatever. Um, and she comes to where Jamal was doing his song, sitting there. So when he look up and she over in the corner, he's like, I kind of told you, but you ain't want to believe me. But you believe me now, don't you? So they get to talking or whatever, and she just talking about her dad, and he's talking about his dad, and how Frank is dead, but she still feels like he has a hold on her, and how Jamal was like, he smiled in my face, and I got real close with him, I thought, and whatever, and he sold me out just to get an award or whatever, and which I don't really think it was because to get an award. I think that even though Jamal was showing his loyalty to Lucius and they had bonded, he didn't like that other man was coming in between. It's like push and pull. You come when I tell you to come. Other than that, you stay over there. But when I come, but don't let nobody. I don't want nobody else trying to come in between it, even if I'm giving you my ass to kiss. That's how Lucius is. But anyway, so we go back to the video shoot. I don't like Harper, even though her last name is Scott, like mine. Like, she just seems like a snake, and I feel like her and Lucius is going to have something. I don't know what. It might not be good. It might be good. I don't know. But I feel like she's going to do some little stuff that's going to make us be like, oh, okay, see, I knew I didn't like that chick. And in the middle of that, they shows the corny ass Kobe commercial. Whatever. So Hakeem meets Laura's family, and they're just like, oh, we knew she was going to be successful. We just love her, whatever. And the mom said, yeah, she get that singing from her dad. And he was like, let me find out that she was a singer, Mr. Such and Such. He was like, yeah, but she's going to be way better than me. I love her, whatever. We just love what you're doing with her. And he was just like looking at how their family was, and he was just like, like, Dad, my family is not like that. I love the way that y'all interact with each other. And he was like, well, because my father don't, show that or whatever. He was like, well, maybe your father just don't know how to or whatever. And he was like, yeah, well, whatever. Like, he ain't like normal like y'all, a loving family like y'all. And it affects him, you could tell, like, because Hakeem, even though he acts an a-hole, I mean, he's been a lot better. But he was the baby, and he got, I think he received the least amount of, like, parental love, because Cookie was in jail, and Lucius raised him to be a little mini-me, but it's like, it's always like that. Like, when I was a little kid, I knew my mom loved me, even though I used to be mad with, like, Dad, when they started summertime, you gotta stay on the block. You gotta be, when I come to that door and call you, you better hear me, and you better be able to say hi, and I better be able to hear you. It was some kids, they parents didn't care. They was way downtown somewhere, and it was like, oh, when you gonna go downtown? They'd be like, yeah. You going? I'd be like, no, I can't do that or whatever. Or it's getting dark now. I gotta stay on the steps, stay close or whatever. And as you get older, that's your parent love you. That's why they don't want you running all randomly around the city, getting into stuff and causing problems. But the kids that people wasn't paying them no mind, you thought that was, oh, look how they got it or whatever. Until one of them say, yeah, well, at least your mom calling you in. I want to go in with you because your mom always has some good stuff for us to eat, or we be watching TV or whatever. My mom don't even know I'm over here. So don't be so sure that you want to say, your mom is too hard on you or whatever. But anyway, getting back to the story. Lou and Cookie are talking about his mom, because she's like, tell me, like, what's going on? I need you to tell me so I'll know, Lucius. Like, I feel some kind of way that I don't know, and I served them years and don't really know what your name was. Then he tells her about how the mom was holding him down, said we had to be cleansed or whatever, and she held me down so long or whatever, and then she didn't realize that she was holding me down. Like, when she did realize what she was doing, it was like she took the gun and blew her brains out later on that day. And she was like, oh my God, in front of you? And he was like, yeah. So he was like, that's why I'm not feeling, really telling this story, because I don't want to relive it. But she was like, you got to. And he stayed with a neighbor. He stayed with a neighbor named Miss Pat. I'm trying to keep up with my notes. With a neighbor named Miss Pat. It's always a Miss Pat in the neighborhood. She always got a bunch of kids, or she heavy set or something. Because the Miss Pat that I knew used to play cards with my grandma when I was little, and she looked like she was Indian or something. And she always had that real, like, slick back hair with the long Shirley Temple, what's that? The romance curl type of hair. And she had a gang of kids and a gang of grandkids. But that was my grandma and Road Dog. They went to all of the card games together. They got in the rumbles. Like, I mean, they wasn't rumbling, but they used to be like, what she said? What she said? I thought she said something. Because, Miss Patty would always call her crew, Fury. And it'd be like 15 of them down there, plus the extra 15 from that 15. Man, listen. We used to have some fun times back in the day. But anyway, so he said he ran from them. He hid. And that lion that's outside the house, at that house where he stayed with his mom, he was like, I slept up under that lion a couple of nights or whatever. Then I used to call and be in the abandoned houses for 6 months. I get ate out of the garbage until a dude that I knew was about 16 gave me the first package to run for him. And that's how I started getting into hustling or whatever. And he's like, that guy was Frank Gathers or whatever. And, him and Cookie had that one moment about what they did to Frank Gathers because, she came to the gym and was like, Frank messing with us. And he was like, listen, he would have killed you twice, so I had to do what I had to do. She was like, okay, let's not talk about him no more. Because they didn't want to talk about that part. But she's starting to see, like, Lucius's weak links. And that's with his, talking about his family. With his mother or whatever. So when they go back to the video shoot, Lou talks to the little boy. And so he won't get in his feelings about what's happening in the video or whatever. But it seems like Lucius is the one that's getting caught up. Because when that water is running, it's like he ain't snap out of it or whatever. He just like looking at the water. So Cookie is like, listen. She puts everybody out. And she like kind of gets him together. She gets with the little boy. She's like, listen, this is all pretend. Because when this is over, you can dry off and go ahead on about your life, right? And you got a lot of people. In a sense, it was like she was talking to the little boy, but the little boy still was Lucius. It was like she was talking to Lucius's inner child, and she was talking to the little boy who was actually in the video. And I feel like even the girl who's playing Lucius's mother is like spooked by it because she keeps seeing how he's reacting. Like he stares at her like when... it's scenes with the mother and she had the gun to her head and all like that. So you can kind of feel sorry for Lucius, but in the next instant, he'll make you be like, this mother. He eat his ass whoop. So anyway. So, and when after they went and sat down and after Cookie calmed everybody down and talked everybody off of the ledge, she was like waiting to see what was going to happen, how the little boy was going to act. And Lucius was just looking at her for like a good maybe 30 seconds. And I was like, see, that's the endearing part that he cannot help. Just like she can't help but help him. Like he looked at her like, oh my God, I love her so much. Like she know how to get me together. Even though I can't stand her sometimes. And it's like them two. It's like you kind of still want that part of them. Even though he does some horrible stuff and she can act out too sometimes. It's like that part of them is like, oh, I love it. So Tiana's little song was cute. Look at my body. It was like, look at my body. Don't I look sexy? So Hakeem comes out or whatever. And they do smooth. What? Wait a minute. Oh, they smooth things out, and he comes on stage with them, and they do a little thing or whatever, and he smooths everything over, whatever. But like I said, Tiana still won them, even though they're getting along, I guess, a little bit better. But anyway, let me hurry up. Cookie finds out that Jamal's not coming to the party. He was like, oh, Mom, we can go to movies. I could take you to the rib joint or whatever, and bought her some flowers. She was like, is all of this to say that you're not coming tomorrow? He was like, Ma, I can't really. She was like, I understand that you want whatever. He was like, he has done stuff to even cause friction between me and you. And she was like, he said, and I feel like you falling for him. She was like, listen, we got so much together. It's not that easy to just not have feelings for somebody or whatever. And you don't stop talking because of a couple of little run-ins. He was like, multiple run-ins, Mom. She was like, I know, whatever. He was like, well, happy birthday because I won't be there. And she mad. So Cookie goes to the dinner. She got a little pink fur on. And she's like, oh, I guess it's just me and you with your little tacky Build-A-Bear, whatever. So she's sitting down. She got an attitude. And it's just him, her, and the balloons. And so she started hearing this music, like Happy Birthday by Stevie Wonder playing. So she was like, am I supposed to believe that you got Stevie Wonder to come play Happy Birthday for me or whatever? He was like, no, I got a surprise for you or whatever. So when she goes back there, it's them. It's the boys. It's Rhonda. And Jamal is playing Happy Birthday. So they sing it to her or whatever. So he was like, turns out that the kids love you more than they hate me. So she was so excited. Oh, my my babies. And it was good to see that. But it was short-lived because after dinner and everything, Cookie was like, your mom was like, you're falling for my sage. I see you. I see you all. She's like, shut up, boy. Shut up. I am not falling for him. Whatever, Cookie, whatever. But anyway, so when they come in there, she said, come in here, y'all. I want to show y'all something. This is the video we've been working on for Lucius. He like, no, Cookie, it ain't ready. Don't show that, whatever, whatever. So we get to the video, and it's playing out in front of the sons, who did not know all of what was going on. It's so crazy how all these years they didn't know that about him. And anyway, so as they're watching it, of course, Andre is the most affected by it because it's like, now it makes sense why I'm like I am. So he starts like getting his little, you know how he be, punching the heavy bag and doing crazy stuff, you know. They were like, Andre, what's wrong? Nothing. I'm okay. Okay. So, they're like, what's wrong, Andre? What's wrong? He was like, I just can't believe it. So he gets up and he turns off the TV. So he said, all this time, are you telling me that my grandmother had bipolar disease? Lucius, instead of being humble, like Cookie and everybody else was just to you, seeing what you went through, he gonna say, I don't know, I ain't no doctor. At that point, I was like, get him, Andre. Just leap on him from across the room because he need his ass whooped. He was like, first of all, if you had told me this long time ago, I would have made more better sense of what I was going through. You act like I was some kind of freak of nature or whatever, and this, that, and the third, and I was when you know that's what you've been through with your mother. So he was like, yeah, but the real truth is my mother was a nut job, and I was ashamed of her as I am of you. What? So now, of course, everybody like, Hakeem like, Jamal got that look. He trying to console Cookie because now Cookie's like, oh, I messed up. Like, I thought I was helping, but it really hurt. And it only hurt because of the way Lucius handled it. If Lucius would have said, yes, that's the situation. I was always ashamed to tell you guys that. And I was always ashamed to tell you because I felt like it was my fault, you know. But he didn't do that. It was like, yeah, you crazy. She crazy. I'm ashamed. You could kick rocks. I ain't no doctor. Andre came around that thing. He was like, the hell with you. I was like, hit him, Andre, hit him. I never went to see, because this is only acting. I wouldn't tell no father to hit no son to hit no father. But he needed his ass. Andre needed to mop all of that fur and coffee table up with Lucius's ass because he is sickening. So he gets up, he leaves, and Ron was like, well, let's just leave. He said, you stay here. You stay here because you're a part of this devil worship. You stay here, and I'm out. And he left. So, the dinner winds up being a mess. So we switch over to, I don't know, Hakeem went over to where Laura's little performance was or whatever. So he left out because he left Cookie's dinner and came on. She was like, what are you doing here? Whatever. He proposes, big ass ring. I was like, oh, okay. Tiana comes out, sees it. She gives him a little half smile. He looks at her and they move on. But Tiana's still feeling some kind of way. I feel Tiana going to get a little Anika-ish before it's over with. And I hope not. Because I really like Hakeem with Tiana. I don't like her with Chichi Rodriguez. But if that's what he like, that's what he like. He being calm now. He said, listen, I want to put a ring on it because I want to have a family that's normal and kids that I love. And they show me love and I show them love. I can't deal with this no more. Anyway. But Tiana is a little vexed or whatever. So, is that it? Wait a minute. Where the rest of it? Oh, Lord. So they meet up. Wait a minute. Is that it? Oh, okay. So Rhonda is walking from the party. Why, I don't know. Rhonda is walking from the party. And up some old lonely, deserted, smoky, what in the world? All of a sudden, she calls Anika for some reason. Anika speeds up, comes, picks her up. She was like, I just need to get away. I've been here for 10 years for him. He just walked out on me. I don't know what to do, whatever. Anika's like, what? Girlfriend, you ain't got to wait. You can come stay with me. So I could push you down another flight of steps. But like I said, I don't think Anika pushed her down them steps. I think that's it was somebody else that we're not going to believe that it is. But really, to me, Rhonda and Nika, they are products of Lucius and his evil doing, but they still make choices to do what they're doing. They don't have to act the ass, but they do. And I feel like they deserve each other. They should be staying together. But I guess Anika's going to drop her bomb next week. So that's it. Oh, the last thing was when Fantasia Loaf had came over to Cookie and Jamal set where they was singing. Oh, and Hakeem was doing the producing. So she got on the track and she was like, yeah, he turned on me or whatever. They tried to warn me or whatever, but I'm a ride with Jamal. So when she was saying that she was Frank Gaylor's daughter, Cookie never knew that. I didn't realize that Cookie never knew that. So Cookie started getting shook. She was like, So next week she like, I don't want her near them. I don't want her near them. Then we killed the father. He's like, oh no, it's gonna be all right or whatever. So some more plot is thickening. But rate, comment, and subscribe, please. I'm back now. I'm gonna do Empire. I don't think I'm gonna do Love and Hip Hop. I can't. I don't want to. I can't do it. I can't do it this time. But I'll be here for Empire. Peace, love, and what was I about to say? Miss Peace thing. Okay, well just peace. All right, bye y'all. Thanks.